Hello, friends. Welcome to this edition of our business tips and tricks. And today we are going to discuss about CTV advertising. And the concept discussed today may be very useful for you. And you could be a small business owner, you could be a large company's owner or a CEO of a corporate. Nonetheless, wherever you are, whatever you're doing in any walks of life, this session is going to be very useful for you because we are going to discuss about new ways of reaching out to the audience, your captive audience or also your prospects. And the keyword is CTV advertising. So I will tell you exactly in a moment what is CTV advertising. So CTV advertising actually stands for the connected TV, basically. So CTV is basically the connected TV. So the likes of your Amazon Stick, Fire Stick, or if you're directly connected to your channel, and if you're watching your programs not through the OTT but directly over the internet, and if there is a television which is virtual television which is available on the internet, is basically called CTV. So that is why this is becoming so important, because now the content is being consumed mostly on the CTV. And as the time passes by, more and more viewers or more and more consumers are coming on to the CTV platform. So I think it's very important to understand what we must do in order to utilize this new medium for our advertising. Traditionally, advertising has been mostly on the print or on a television, some logos floating around in a TV program. So there are all kinds of pricing methodologies and so on and so forth. But gradually, especially after 2019 and after the pandemic, post pandemic, most of the viewers have been transitioned onto the CTV. And now CTVs are also, there are different applications which are now available, and they are providing various deals to the viewers, asking them to hook on to their applications on the internet and watch the content. And therefore, as per the estimate, there are a lot of changes which are happening today when it comes to CTV. So if you're a businessman and you're trying to spend your money, advertising money on a traditional media or content provider, the chances are that you may be losing out a certain section of society and your message will never reach. Essentially, your message or your advertising will never reach those people. Also, if you are selling a product which are specifically meant for those people, then it is much more meaningful to look for the captive audience which are part of the CTV industry. So as you know that more and more, as I already explained to you a few moments back, that more and more people are now getting hooked to the CTV platform. I think the reason is very clear, that they want to have control in their own hands rather than getting driven by the timetable of the channel. Well, if they like one particular program which is broadcasted at 9 p.m., but at 9 p.m. somebody is in office, or somebody is doing something important, or somebody is actually having dinner, so they want to basically treat their time more valuable, and they would like to watch that 9 p.m. program at their own free time. And that is why CTV is actually gaining a lot of popularity, because you can now watch the program. It doesn't matter whether it has been broadcasted for the first time or premiered at 9 p.m. yesterday. You can watch it as and when you have free time, since you like the program. And since there are content viewers who are loyal, and if there are some advertising happening during that program, then it is reaching the right audience. And if you look at the India as a market itself, which is a very large country, very diversified country, within India itself, with a population of 1.3 billion people, roughly, give and take 5%, And if you eliminate the children, because when it comes to advertising, you don't really target the below 18 population or below 16 population. So if we roughly remove the population of children in out of 1.3, so roughly adult are a billion people. So if you look at the OTT viewers today, in 2022 within India, there are 500 million. That means half of the India's population is watching the OTT channel, and they are not watching the usual channels which are getting to your drawing rooms or dining rooms through the set-top boxes. So that is a big change, because almost 500 million people are watching that content through the internet. And that is why it is becoming very, very important in utilizing the CTV platform. And well, CTV advertising is a totally different ball game. It's not running an ad or a jingle, and you show certain insurance policy, etc. The content on the CTV is very, very different from the usual media. The content is more driven by the individuals or small groups, or travel blogs, and somebody visits some place, and that is a kind of content, or documentaries, and stuff like that. So there are very, very small, usually the content on the CTV platforms are in the range of 15 to 20 minutes max, because the CTV consumers don't want to watch very long videos. So 10 to 15 minutes is the content which is available, and within that 10 to 15 minutes you need to basically capitalize, if you are a businessman, advertising for about 30 to 40 seconds and convey the right results for your organization. And I think the answer lies in running the live events, because the content itself is not more than 10 to 15 minutes. So the chances are that you will not get 10 minutes for advertising, which was the norm few years back. If there is a 1 hour program, the content in 1 hour is only 20 minutes, and 40 minutes are used for advertising. I mean, if you look at the cricket matches also, there are so many advertising during the match, because when the bowler and the wicket keeper are getting ready, there will be one ad running. So I think in the CTV platform, all that is changed. The whole behavior of the customer is totally different. And therefore, I want to pick up this subject and discuss this very openly with, you people, my viewers here, that if you actually come live, then there will be a captive audience for you, for your products, and within those live events you talk about your offerings, and that is what has changed. In fact, there are few brands who have already got onto this way of advertising, and they are actually producing these family oriented advertising, which looks like a part of the content, the live event which is happening. So I think the whole advertising style is changing completely, and it's a very large segment. So if you want to basically advertise your products and offerings, I think almost 50% of the market lies in the CTV at this moment, and this is not going to reduce. In fact, this is going to take over and gradually cover the entire segment. So I think this is where the changes are happening, and think about it. I think that is one thing I would like to share, that live events are really, really important in today's environment, and the recorded videos are not so much liked by the CTV audience. So make sure that look at very closely at your overall brand and product strategy. Think long term. Think how you can steer the advertising strategy for your organization, and leverage the media, because print is gone. Now the TV is also going away. Radio is definitely dead, and normal TV is also going away. So what is being replaced as a viable advertising medium is the CTV, and I think that is where the long-term thinking comes in the picture. So this is what I feel, that for all businesses, the platform for advertising is changed actually completely. It's not even changing, it's completely changed. And the CTV is the reality. So starting from middle of 2022 and in future, I think the advertisers will have a tough time in coming out with more appealing advertising campaigns, because on the CTV platform, attracting that attention so that they are able to look at your content is the key thing. And that is why more and more advertisers are now turning towards the content developers for their advertising requirements. I think that is a big change. And this is what I have noticed as a businessman myself. And, I wanted to discuss this openly with you. But I would like to know from you, what do you feel about this? You have some other opinion? Please do share your opinion. Or if you have any question, please do share your question, and I will respond to you in my next event, which is tomorrow. And thanks for watching today. I will meet you again at 3:30 sharp tomorrow. Until then, have a nice day. Bye bye.